Hello, everybody. How's everybody today? Welcome to Flippin Fridays. We're using the F word today. The F word is fabric and file. So what we're going to do is I have a file for you today that you can easily turn into an embroidery design if you would like. And I want to talk about auditioning fabric a little bit, okay? So if you pop in, tell me where you're from, who you're at, where you're at, that whole 9 yards. So Flippin' Friday is file day. To get to the files, you're going to go to amybachman.com, click on the Flippin' File icon. Now, it's a little different than what we did with the skeletons. You're going to click on the file. You're going to add it to your shopping cart. It's going to come up as 0, and you're going to check out a 0, and it'll automatically email you your file. Hi, Sue. Good morning. Apparently you're not on East Coast. So this is what we're doing today. Let's get the camera right. Right, so this is our turkey file. We're going to talk a little bit about, hey, Carol. We're going to talk a little bit, oh, piece upside down, sorry. We're going to talk a little bit about how a simple file, picking the right fabric is the right thing to do. Okay, so let's get started. So the first things first, the file that is the download is an SVG or an FCM file. Okay, so whether you have a scan and cut, which I hope, and if you don't, call me, I can hook you up. So what I did is the first thing I do when I'm making something like this is I get some scrap cardstock. Hi, Pat from West Virginia. And I cut out my turkey. Now I cut it out on, oh, I just ripped him too. I cut him out face down because I don't want to audition this piece. I want to audition the silhouette, right? So I always have junk scrapbook paper laying around, and so it's, I just lost my train of thought. The train just left the station. That's what kind of a day I'm having today. So it doesn't matter how ugly the scrapbook paper is because you're cutting it face down, or pick a neutral, right? So here I'm gonna get rid of the turkey. And now I have this nice frame. So let's talk about auditioning fabric a little bit. So the first thing I did is I looked for a background that I thought, hi Sandy, that had a little bit, kind of looked like a little bit of a wheat line to it. I didn't want anything too stark. I just made a simple trivet, and I'll walk you through that. So when I started to look for fabric, right, there's all kinds of fabric. So you can take your little silhouette into your store, and kind of, that looks very black, but it's brown here. So I'm not sure what color you're seeing. And now you can take this silhouette, right, and absolutely audition the different fabrics. And you're going to know right away, because the reason I like a simple shape is because the fabric can then be very dramatic. How you doing, Banco? So that is one of the nicest, easiest ways to find out, do I like it? Don't I like it? Is it print too big, print too small? And it's deceiving. When you're in the fabric store, you're looking at 1,000 different things. And then what I settled upon was this paisley that I really like. But what I had to consider was which direction should the paisley go if I wanted to kind of look like feathers. So I turned my fabric and I cut my fabric that direction. So it looks like the feathers are kind of going out the back. Okay. Oh my gosh, Stephanie says that's genius. Coming from Stephanie, I'll take it. I'll take it. But it's just inexpensive cardstock, right? And then you can just fold it up, put it in your purse, and then you can go and audition your fabric. This works also if you want to cut out your triangles, you want to cut out your fussy cut squares, anything that you want to cut out, this is the perfect way to do that. So I settled upon this paisley to make my turkey out of. Now the turkey, again, is an FCM file, SVG file, very easy for you to work with, okay? So this background was built inside. If you have a Brother or a Luminaire Stellar, and you have Design Center. This is one of the backgrounds. So it's an autofill. So this is an in the hoop applique that I did. The embroidery design is not included, right? You guys open your software, left click, convert to applique, and you're done. So when I stitched it out, this is the original background that has kind of like that wheat. Not really picking it up real well. That wheat kind of texture to it is like little scratches. So I thought, well, that's appropriate. And then after I hooped it, and I thought, well, why not make it, use one of the background fills built into the brother. And that kind of looks like a little bit of a wheat field, right? And once I did this, I just took it and I cut a circle, right? I just cut a simple circle. Now, if you want to make this a real trivet, of course, you can add your Insulbright. You can add any kind of batting or anything to it. There is nothing here, right? This is just, you could put this on your table and put a candle on it, a candy dish, something like that. This was not built out for hot food. But if you have a table, maybe you put like a cold potato salad down, you still don't want it weeping or condensating on your table. So I always kind of like things that protect my table. I cut out a circle. Now, the fun thing that I did, and I love this product, it is so underrated. It comes and goes out of style, in style, whatever you want to call it, right? This is Chenille It by the yard, right? It is bias cut strips of Osnaburg fabric. And this is what it looks like. Now, once you open it, it unsquirrels and becomes its own thing. This comes 3/8 inch wide or 5 inch wide. I only had 3/8 in the right color. So all I did is I put my backing on, my stabilizer. I was a little bit of that thin iron-on batting. My turkey, it's already been embroidered. I cut it out. You just lay this on the edge and you just tiny straight stitch it or zigzag it all the way around. And I did 2 layers of it and I put a layer on the back. Let me back up. Let me digress. I just zigzag the circles together, or you could run them through your serger, right? It's just enough. This is a simple, easy project. Okay. And then once I stitched 2 layers down and I had 1 layer in the back, which you can see it's smooth. I didn't fluff it up any. I can just take my seam ripper, that little silicone rubber edge, or a stiff toothbrush works best, right? And you just rough it up. And this flat cord turns into this fluffy edge. And so it's a great way to finish it. I love it when you are doing, now I have actually used this for couching in the hoop, which is a whole nother thing I love. If you make a name pillow and you just fuse your letters down, just zigzag this down on the edges and fluff it, and it looks beautiful. Kind of like those old school bedspreads when we were kids. You'd wake up and that's at your Nana's house, and it just went from there. So let's see, get rid of that. There we go. So that is just your Flippin' File Friday. It is a FCM file or an SVG file, depending on how you want to use it. I didn't plug my laptop in, but if you have PE11 software from Brother, reminder, there is a new update for it. You bring in your SVG file, you convert it to applique, add the background fill, and off you go. Or just fuse your turkey down, put it in your machine, grab the outline, the whole 9 thing. I know that Joanne says the trim would be fine on the edge of a quilted jacket. Absolutely. I kind of have a quilted jacket in my mind as far as doing the layout goes. But anytime I'm cutting out my fabric, now I put fabric down, right? I put my fusible web on the back. I cut it face down and I mirror imaged my turkey. So when I pick up the cut file, he's the right direction. So make sure you mirror image your fabric. And when I fuse the back of my appliques, this is where things are going to get maybe a little controversial because I do things a little different. Just because it's right for me doesn't mean it's right, right? Just because I do it. Anytime I have a simple shape, like an FCM file, an SVG file, I open it in my software. Now realizing I have Dime software, PE11 software, Genome Artistic software, and Bernina software. So all these softwares do it, right? I open up my shape, right click, convert to applique. What I remove, I leave the tray stitch that gives me the placement. I get rid of the tack down stitch. That is fused on. That's concrete now. So all I need is that beautiful E-stitch or pin stitch to line up or my satin stitch. There's no need to go for me that extra step. So that's kind of what that is. I should have plugged my laptop in, but that'd be a whole nother 5 minutes. Maybe I'll go live and show everybody and do it as a separate thing. Dorothy's here from Michigan. Susie. Kathy's from Arizona. Cool beans. I know. Thank you guys for plugging in. Don't forget to share the videos. I appreciate the help. Now, F also stands for fabric, file, Flippin Friday, and failure. So here we go. Everybody goes, oh, you make it look so easy. Well, you don't see the trash can. And I don't edit anything. So inside the Genome Artistic software, they have a fill. They have a floral fill. And I really like the idea. One thing when you come here to the retail store, you're going to get, if you ask for an opinion, you're going to get it. You're going to get 5 different opinions. It's not going to matter what opinion, who you're talking to, right? It doesn't matter. I thought the trend is pastel. Everybody's doing like turquoise pumpkins and cream colored pumpkins. I'm like, why not a cream colored turkey? My house is very calm. It is tan, like a taupe, a little bit of black, white, and I introduced color from there. So I thought, well, I've got a lot of turquoise going on. Let's do a floral fill turkey. And the turquoise background and the floral fill, and I did a satin outline. I did this in the software, and the reaction was visceral, to say the least. I personally like it, right? It would be a beautiful placemat, the end of a table runner. If your house is like that soft, frilly, it's going to work beautifully. Everyone that walked by goes, turkeys aren't blue. Turkeys aren't green. You don't put a floral fill inside a turkey. So there it is. So what I thought was very pretty, and you can see I didn't trim the fabric because I'm going to make it a pillow and I'm going to put it somewhere, right? But that was the F for failure. I didn't necessarily think it was a failure, but everybody who walked by did not have a good reaction to my florally pastel turkey. Thank you, Joanne. If you're local, we're doing our launch party tomorrow. That's what Joanne was talking about. We're doing our launch party. The new Avenir is here. We're one of the fortunate ones to have one to show. Now we're just showing it. It doesn't turn on because it's still a thing. And we have the Bernina 990 here, and we have the Genome M17. We've went through the warehouse and got all kinds of weird kits and pieces and parts from bundles and put them out at a super duper price, including PE11 software. But I can't give prices online. I don't do that. So anyway, hi, Sandra. It's good to hear from you. So what else is going on? Make It Monday, as always. Flippin Fridays, as always. And we are really working hard on building the Guild at Amy Sews. And so the Guild at Amy Sews, what is that? It's going to be a Zoom meeting. It's not me just talking to you. It's going to be a room full of you guys. And I want to see what you're making. We're having a special guest. Joanne Banco is going to be our first guest. Author, TV star, designer. She's a little bit of everything amazing. And I'm going to do have a little guest every time. And we're going to talk about you and celebrate you. I understand sometimes you don't want to post things on Facebook because of the trolls. I get a lot of trolls. And I finally developed a little bit of a thick skin to deal with that. So the Guild of Amy Sews, go to amysews.com. Get on the wait list so we know. We're going to meet on September. There's no charge for the September meeting. We're going to be giving away a little door prize. When you join, we have a gift for the founding members, which is so much fun. So, Susie, just go to amysews.com, and then it says subscription. Just click on the Guild. It'll put you, just leave your email, and we let you know when we're ready. And we're super excited about to build this community. It's really about everybody who sews and stitches, whose family doesn't understand how much time and effort it takes to make things, doesn't appreciate things they make, like that. And maybe you don't have a local shop, or you don't have a community around you that celebrates what you sew. So that's kind of what we have got going on. So the Guild is all about celebrating you. Okay, so we're getting ready for our launch party tomorrow here in the retail store. Range from Embroidery Garden is going to be here in the retail store in October. And we're so excited about that. We're almost sold out. I think there's 15 spaces left maybe, which is awesome. And then Saturday, Julie from Designs by Juju is going to be here to help with our kickoff party. So I'm very blessed to have these super talented people in my life, like Miss Stephanie from Caesar out there doing all those great projects. So make sure you check out Stephanie Caesar. It's so Stephanie. Stephanie says so. Stephanie, post your link so everybody can follow you on Facebook. Okay, everybody, try to share and celebrate us, and let your people know I exist, so we can continue to grow our community. Get on the wait list for the Guild. I'm so excited about that. I am just north of the city of Pittsburgh. I'm in Harmony, Pennsylvania. So I'm 30 minutes from the city center. So 25 minutes from the airport. That's what's going on. So Jim's posting about the tomorrow. It's noon to 3. We've got some food, got door prizes. It's going to be great. So, all right, everybody, thank you for popping in on Flippin Fridays. We're always using the F word, whether it's fabric, files, or failures. We're going to show you everything. So have a terrific day, because the more you know, the more you sew.